words once flowed from the sparkling tap, fattening and popping, clear caps on the lip of bubbling reality. Clear, calm sobriety falls, almost as if a cathedral with limitless walls made its aisles in the middle of the streets. Once I ranged restless, a not-so-young poet, on the make and toe-to-toe with La Belle Dame sans mercy, sans mercy. Mimosas for breakfast, shots of tequila by the tray, and no one hollering hold on or lifting a staying hand till the sun sank and almost rose again. Till the sun sank and almost rose again. And the interstellar beasts came out to cheer us on, or feast on our trivial folly. And we looked in the mirror, and we saw ourselves, old coots at the last muddy watering hole, not a nugget or drop left to show for it.
What do we call that, David?
Good luck. we call it Sunday Morning Coming Down Again by not Chris Christopher's.
What were you thinking when you wrote that?
I was sitting outside the parking lot in front of the Fairfield Studios.
Oh, that's right.
I
remember that.
And I scribbled it down, and I handed it to you, and I thought, well, this will go nationwide before, the dawn breaks, but actually it hadn't gone nationwide yet.
Well, that was on the occasion of Kevin Gordon playing at the Shreveport House concert series.
Yeah. Alan and I had gone to the Burning Spear, and 1999 was changing
old story here.
Changing into the year 2000, and Alan was accompanying the various poets that walked up and read their stuff, and I was reading something, and this spark went between Alan and I, and we looked at each other and we said WTF. We said, what was that? And then later, I would leave a stack of
you can have them come in.
poetry on Alan's piano, and he would work with it when he had a chance. And after all these years, almost 20 years, we have about 33 or 34.
It's getting close to 40 at this point.
40, getting close to 40, and we don't have no more money in the bank.
That's why we have to ask people to send their money to Red River Radio.
Yeah, because the Red River Radio puts up with the likes of us. and also, people may remember my friend George Burton and how kind KDAQ was to us, allowed us to come on the air and give poetry a home. Right here, we didn't have to go to New Orleans or Dallas or elsewhere to be heard. And I'd say that it's pivotal. It's pivotal for poets to have a place to bring new work. There are venues here in our town, and I've grown tremendously because I always have a place to bring my work as soon as it's written. That may not be better than money, but it's good. It's good. It's a good thing.
Speaking of money, where should people send the money?
Wally, give the numbers.
That number again, 1-800-552-8502. You know, Beverly always tells me I say it too fast, so I'm going to say it real slow. 1-800-552-8502.
Give us a call tonight, folks, and help us out.
Any amount that you can afford is good for us. And we have thank you items available at different donation levels, but ultimately it's whatever you can afford. And use a major credit card. That way your dollars start working for Red River Radio right away, and you're done. Boom. There.
You go.
Zap.
And I swear, Alan, that song reminded me, it's like a Pink Floyd, an obscure thing that they did, you know? Just the piano part and the melody and the way you were kind of singing part and talking part. And I can't remember for the life of me what tune, but it's not one of their post-Dark Side of the Moon things. It's one of the earlier things. So.
Well, they're a big influence for me personally, and everything I do is really obscure.
Yeah. By Clouds? It's one of my favorite albums. I love the story behind that. It was actually about a film soundtrack to a movie about a valley way up in the mountains in like Papua New Guinea or something like that that's obscured by clouds, so nobody knew who lived down there, and they go down there in this movie. It's a French film called Les Valleys. So
that's cool.
Yeah, it's cool stuff. Give us a call tonight, folks. We're going to be playing music and spoken word, and we just had Cookie Garner and Alana Dyson come in, and they're going to be doing some a cappella stuff, and we're just going to keep rolling tonight. What would you guys like to do next?
Well, I want to invite Alana to sing some backing vocals on this next tune. She's heard it a few times. Go to that one over there, and the headphones are on the stand. No, my darling. That one. Right there.
There you go.
That one, closest to you. There you go.
It's all complicated, isn't it?
Hi, everybody.
Give me a quick vocal check here, if you would, because I haven't had a chance to...
Check it out.
Sing something. Just give me some, belt out a couple of lyrics.
Can anybody find me?
Okay, there you go.
Somebody to love.
That's my anthem.
That's me.
Me too.
All right.
I've always wanted to be a Freddie Mercury impersonator.
There you go. All right, take it away, guys.
So this is another one of the tunes that I've written to David's lyrics. This is probably the newest one of them anyway. Well, I'm riding down to New Orleans in soft fog and straight down rain, forgetting careless hurt and heartbreak pain, riding down Highway 1. I got 5 C notes in my hand. I'm
gonna see the promised land. I'm gonna bite beignets and watch a big muddy roll. Lazy and free, curled around a Big Easy. We're gonna learn firsthand, there ain't no grief here in the promised land. Neon smoke and a fat jazz note from the Maple Leaf Bar, floating over Everett Maddox's grave like jasmine in the street, while big muddy roads, lazy and free, curled around a Big Easy. We're gonna learn firsthand, there ain't no grief here in the promised land. We're 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 in the promised land, and we're standing on the promises, the promised land. Standing on the promises, the promised land. Standing on the promises, the promised land. Standing on the promises. We're gonna learn firsthand, there ain't no grief here in the promised land.
Dyson.
Thank you, my darling.
Alana Dyson, right there in the studio, and playing it up with Jerry Mathews on bass. And we need you to call in right now at 800-552-8502. One of the unique things about Red River Radio, producing live music on the radio for 2 hours, virtually unheard of, especially in a market this size. And we are asking you to go to your phones tonight, folks, and make a pledge of support. Don't let this go by unnoticed. And remember, your phone calls are the applause tonight. So please call in 800-552-8502 and make those pledges of support and help us out.
That's a novel concept.
Yeah, well, you know, we don't have an audience in there to applause. I could pull out my Carnegie Hall applause tracks, but
hey, that sounds like a great idea.
Might sound a little weird in this studio, you know, 15,000 people, you know, applauding. So
it's a beautiful studio.
Oh yeah.
It's a great facility. It's a huge asset to the community.
We enjoy using it whenever we get a chance to. Be beautiful if we had a little more staff so we could do a regular production here, but. Of course, we've got a lot of good stuff going on around town. Shreveport House Concert is just kicking, and
well, thank you.
You guys have had some really good stuff coming out on the series. I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
so
I appreciate that. Our next concert will be on the 31st or whatever it is, the last Sunday in the month, and it features Bob Livingston, who is one of the original Los Gonzo Band guys, and so we're really looking forward to that.
Excellent. So. Well, folks, we need to hear from you. Support the programs that you like. And Wally, we gave away a $250 gift card tonight.
And we did. And I want to congratulate Shaw Stokes of Shreveport for winning that gift card. And like I said earlier, normally I would say don't spend it all in one place, but hey, go ahead, spend it all in one place.
Well, there's a lot of shops there, but you're going to the boardwalk with that, so you know you can't take it over to Dallas house and use it. So, but there's a lot of cool shops down at the boardwalk, some great restaurants, great way to have some fun. And take the kids out, take the family out, get something new, get some novelty, get some great food, and spend a day at the boardwalk and support.
And
your
I
local
believe, and I
community.
believe you can even use it at the movie theater there.
Oh, well, there you go. Well, that's, $250. That's about 4 tickets and popcorn for 4.
That's a couple of soft drinks over there.
Yeah, exactly, right.
Yeah.
So give us a call later on. I think about it, it's like $10 for a soft drink. Wait a minute. I buy this stuff 30 cents a can at home, So give us a call, folks, 800-552-8502. We really do need to hear from you tonight. We've got a match on the table. We've got another $500 gift card we're giving away on Friday, and a beautiful Jefferson, Texas getaway package that we're giving away at the end of the drive. That alone, there's a $1,000 gift card to an art studio over there just in that, and plus gift cards to all kinds of other stuff. Stay at a bed and breakfast. You can take a carriage ride. It's a great romantic getaway. So hopefully somebody who's trying to romance somebody is going to get that, so they can get to romancing the Kaminson. So there you go. And we're just going to keep the music rolling. What would you guys like to do next?
I thought I'd throw it at David and see if he's got something he'd like to read for us right quick.
A minute ago, Alan happened to mention Everett Maddox. Everett was the MC of the longest poetry reading series in the South at the Maple Leaf down there in New Orleans, and I went to stay with him during Mardi Gras time one time, and we laid our sleeping bags down on this back porch because Everett was virtually homeless. He lived on cathedral steps and washed bar napkins out at the Maple Leaf Bar to dry them, and then he always appeared immaculately as the master of ceremonies at the poetry reading. This saying that you're about to hear is something that he said.
Go ahead.
It's something that he said. Wings, hell, they got public transportation down here. For the poet Everett Maddox, bard of the Maple Leaf Bar. If I see you again in eternity, I don't know whether I'll break your nose for you or kiss your cheek. Damn it, man, I needed you alive. You were dead on course when I met you, polite, witty as hell, already down to bar scotch and lima bean specials at Woolworth's. You wanted gigs. We tried to find you gigs in our dried up town. Once we shook the yuppies down for enough coin to bring you here and back. Expenses paid. You used to say it was no use, while bar napkins and notebooks filled up with your poems, till your songbook was done, till your blood turned to pitch in your throat, and you had to have your medicine, the medicine that took you right out of this world. When I read your poems, I hear them the way you read them, with the voice of a man gentle in the hands of the lonesome dreads, muffled banjos, possums dancing, careless love playing fast and loose. Your music stops on a patio where jasmine Alice planted tops the wall. Tonight, you'll dance on the neutral ground, shuffling and murmuring incantations of faded love. A big orange moon behind you, twice your size and thirsty.
Nice. Everett.
All right. Thank you very much for that. And get my seat back. And you're snapping some photos. Pulling double duty tonight. What else is new? That's what we do here at Red River Radio. 800-552-8502, folks. We are bringing you live music, live spoken word tonight, poetry, a cappella harmonies, and all of it brought to you by you, the listener supporter of Red River Radio. making it happen here. So please give us a call. And Alan, what do you want to do next?
This is a D thing, Jerry.
Restless as Dylan going electric. The amulet boy says I never get to make such rich choices. There's two kinds of people, the quick and the dead. Perfect timing, says I, checking my airline tickets instead. I used to read the big shots straight through in one night. What took 20 years to write, well, it reads better than it lives. Well, I gutted out on those words. Now I have to peel down through memories while the gas is on and the tub overflows and the night demands a death. Cold steel cuts a red exit. Banshees and angels both want me now, and I'm their brown-eyed handsome man, and prison is what they deserve, isn't it? A chrome and plastic workhouse, golden arches, fake gaudy yellow. Whoa, whoa, every 20 miles or so out here on the road. Old men sit and sip. Somehow they survive. Somehow they found a way to laugh and go about their day and greet the slumping teacher who lost his talent for idleness somewhere back there on Highway 61. Well, it reads better than it lives out here on Highway 61. It reads better than it lives.
Highway 61, highway of lost poets and wandering daydreamers. Give us a call, folks, 800-552-8502, especially those of you who love spoken word and poetry, music, and the connection between all the arts. They're all connected. They're an expression of what we are inside, and we hope you're enjoying this tonight, and we hope you'll give us a call. We hope you'll express what's inside of you. by helping us out tonight at 800-552-8502. We have a match on the table, so everything is matched dollar for dollar, and we need your help tonight. We want to hear from all the folks from the Shreveport House Concert Series, everybody who
Yeah, no kidding.
who
Where the heck
loves,
are they?
Yeah, come on, Shreveport House Concert fans. Give us a call tonight, 800-552-8502. Go online right now to redriverradio.org and make your donation known and make your support known here to your public radio station. You can think about all of the things that you listen to throughout the week. Alan, what are some of your favorite programs? You're a news person, I presume.
Oh, yeah, I'm a news person, but, you know, I love those driveway moments. I can't tell you how many times I have been that guy in the driveway with the car running, and I'm just waiting for the story to end. It's just fantastic.
Yeah, or the piece of music there sometimes. You know, I think I know a lot about music, but working in this industry for 33 years, I've learned so much, and yet I'm still discovering new stuff because, you know, not just new artists, but stuff that I didn't know from years gone by, you know, hidden records or, you know, the influence behind the influence behind the influence, you know, and you go back and you keep digging back further and further and further, and you find that it's all one long thread that winds around.
I also enjoy all the local programming, you know, the bird calls, and I've called in and asked questions and stuff before, and what's bugging you, and the health matters stuff every now and then. I tune into all that kind of stuff, and I'm just grateful that Red River Radio is here. And you house concert people, you need to phone in a donation because the radio station is so kind to actually broadcast those house concerts for us and give some extra mileage to the artists that come through and play for us.
Well, some great artists too. I mean, Lord, I can't even think of all the Jack Williams, one of my favorites. You know?
Oh yeah, and Gary Nicholson, we had one sometime back, and he did an alter ego thing where he was Whitey Johnson as well.
Yeah.
It was great. Still got my bottle of No Worry spray. He says I cook it up here on my stove, and you know you spray this in the air, and you got no more worries. He calls it No Worry Juice.
The law enforcement don't know about that, do they? Yeah, I wonder what's in that stuff there. So, yeah, Jack Johnson has a tune called Natural Man that I love. Old Josh White was a natural man.
Oh, yeah. I remember that one.
Oh, I love that song. Just the lyrics really you know, I don't know. It just takes me someplace. It's hard to describe, you know, in terms what it does, but it takes me that. And I had a chance to record him years ago and have just loved his music ever since. So.
And I love the fact that, you know, it's a listening room and it's a place where people can sit down, you can see up the nose holes of the artist. I mean, it's that close. It's really intimate, and you know, there's no blender in the background.
And you don't have somebody trying to hit, you know, the drunk trying to hit on the teenager in the background or whatever.
Yeah, we have had drunk people there before. I mean, it's only happened once or twice, and once it was the artist, and it was really not good.
Now, wait just a minute, y'all. You know what I call courtship, they call stalking now. Y'all be careful now.
Okay, well,
I don't want to get picked up.
Well, what we want to do next, so Wally, why don't you give the numbers out while they ponder their next number?
That sounds good. And
that number again to call is 1-800-552-8502 or online, redriverradio.org, and that way you're doing your part in keeping all this programming, including the live music, on the air. Oh, well, okay. You can grab a great thank you item as well, and but in any event, we need for you to call in. And hey, at the $35 donation level is the Cajun Cookbook, and a lot of people are taking that. That's a good way to get started with Red River Radio if you've never donated before. Call us now, 1-800-552-8502.
There you go. And it's so easy to support public radio. We make it so easy. You can do $5 a month. You can do $1 a month. You can do $10 a month. You can pledge it at different levels. You can give it all at once. You can put it on a credit card. You can have it an automatic withdrawal from your bank account. I do, sustaining membership just because I don't want to have to think about it. I know I'm going to support, so that way I don't have to think about it. And generally speaking, I got enough stuff at home, and I don't need any more material possessions. I have more than enough of that. So I just want the sustenance, the music and the news and the information and the artistry and all of the beauty that public radio brings to the community. So please give us a call, 800-552-8502. And Alan, have you guys decided what you're going to do?
Yeah, we have. We're going to do something. This is some lyrics that my wife wrote back when we were meeting.
You were noobs.
We were newbies, yeah. And she wanted me to change a particular lyric now, and I don't know that we haven't talked about that. So
This is news to me.
I'm gonna leave.
Yeah.
I'm staying out of that one.
so I think we're just gonna have to let it roll like it was originally. I'm sorry, Debbie. I apologize.
I'm sorry, Debbie, too. I was not informed.
Yeah, it's one of those things, and she knows about that too. Where,
Okay, as long as we're all above board.
yeah.
Looking at you, seeing that smile, talking about life and drinking a while. Say goodnight and walk away, climb inside, just as you say, hang on, wait a minute, that's not enough. Come on, baby, call my bluff. I want some more of that good, good stuff. I want you to stay. Come on, baby, call my bluff. For hours later, my meter's run out. You're shaking your finger, you fuss and pout. Baby, we both know nice guys don't stay. Mama be ashamed to see us this way, but hang on, wait a minute, that's not enough. Come on, baby, call my bluff. I want some more of that good, good stuff. I want you to stay. Come on, baby, call my bluff. No means yes, means no. Please tell me, why is it so hard to go? No means yes, oh no. The stairs, they are long, but your arms are warm. One more kiss won't do no harm. A brush of your lips, a bat of your eyes, and ask me with a whisper, and I'll tell you why. But hang on, wait a minute, that's not enough. Come on, baby, call my bluff. I want some more of your good, good stuff. I want you to stay. Come on, baby, call my bluff. Oh, won't you call my bluff? Oh, won't you call my bluff? Oh, baby, call my bluff. Yeah, 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 yeah.
That is a pretty song. That is a real nice song. And we just heard Alan Dyson and Alana, and together that was good stuff. Call us now, 1-800-552-8502, and make that contribution of support to Red River Radio. You're not going to get live music anywhere else in the radio dial, and not even Dallas or anywhere else for that matter. You're only going to get it here. And if you appreciate that, call us. And, hey, you're tuned in to Red River Radio. You're listening right now. You need to support what you listen to. That's all we ask. Call now, 1-800-552-8502, and think about just $5 $5 a month. That's a good donation. That's a $60 a year contribution to Red River Radio. How about that? That's a great contribution, and you're supporting everything about Red River Radio as well. 1-800-552-8502 is the number to call.
So I'm kind of curious, what was the lyric that David's deep in thought there, or Alan's deep in
Which
thought.
one?
What was the lyric that you wanted to change in that?
Oh. She doesn't like the no means yes means no part.
Okay.
And I'm sorry to say I don't remember what she wanted to change it to, but she thinks that sounds kind of rapey, so we don't want to do that.
We're not going to stir the pot, so there you go. I think your daughter's getting on the line.
She's too PC.
A little bit. I mean, but she's playing for high stakes, man.
There you go. Like I said, I don't get into domestic quarrels because usually I get shot in those. So, and I don't like buckshot. Give us a call, folks. 800-552-8502. Wally, save me.
I don't know if I can on that, except for the fact that buckshot is the kind of shot that kind of spreads out. So, depending upon how far away you are, it may not hit you at all.
Dude, they ain't never more than 10 inches away when they shoot me.
That is some hopeful thinking right there.
Well, it missed me one time.
Well, really?
One time.
Okay.
Tell you, that rock salt,
you've
that's
been
the
shot
stuff
at,
that hurts.
I have been shot at.
Wally Durliff, that's the last thing I ever thought I'd have heard.
Well, I was at that point in my young life where I was thinking watermelons were free.
No kidding.
Yeah.
So you tried to steal a watermelon.
Yes.
And you got shot. Yes. One of my consulting engineers was shot on his birthday with bird shot for trying to steal a watermelon.
But it was a big watermelon. It just looked it had my name on it.
Oh, Wally.
It was calling you. It was calling you.
Okay, well, I would like to get into some spoken word stuff.
Yeah, let's get into the watermelon poem. Maybe not. What do we got?
Well, I would like to introduce everybody to Marvin, Just Marvin. I became acquainted with Marvin not too long ago at a place called The Levee, where we're starting to do some live music and some performance stuff on Sunday nights. And Marvin came and blew us all away. I mean, we were just floored, and his complete performance was just amazing. And since becoming acquainted with Marvin, I've learned that he is sort of a powerhouse in town. He's arranging poetry readings at places like Mini-Cindy. Where else have you been performing, Marvin?
My next show is actually going to be at the STEM, but I'll go on tour, on book tour this year as well. I'll go on book tour this year as well, so I'll be hitting Houston, Savannah, Miami, and Orlando currently.
Wow.
So.
Yeah, I want a gig. Can you take me around? I can.
Come on.
I can open for you, maybe.
You can be the face. I need a
No,
nicely looking
I'm
face.
not interested in being a face. Well, anyway, Marvin, whatever you'd like to do, please share with us some great stuff.
This poem is entitled Emergency. In the event of an emergency, call her name like a search warrant. Breathe in each letter like your tongue is ready to let her go. Just get reach for her. Grab her by the hands and beg, not for sympathy, but for a chance. Another try, a second longer in order to rise words not spoken from your gut, speaking to her with a promising whisper, and do not hold back tears. Instead, fling them over your crowded balcony of an eyelid until he or she can see her reflection in them, and allow her to bask in this for a while, for a moment unmeasured in time. Show her that you know mistakes, but your love is no accident, for just as your heart rises, it sinks, it weeps. Sorrow clothing like a foolish moonlight on quiet water, guilt replacing gravity until your heartbeat is a bass drum at the bottom of your feet. Do you hear it? Tell her everything. For every time that you have told her nothing at all, for every time you've reached to love her and you let her fall, for every time and every lie that you didn't swallow for her truth instead, do not tell her you love her, but show her all the reasons why. Do not give her another breakable promise, but give her change, a new you, a you that you haven't seen in a while, the you that you left in your last relationship for a while, a better you. One without secrets, full with trust, and unspoken apologies. In the event that you're about to lose her, in the event that she is about to walk out that door, in case you never get the chance to again, in case this is the last poem before goodbye, tell her everything. Tell her all of the things that you wish she knew.
That was amazing.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Marvin. That was amazing.
That was some great stuff.
Thank you.
And you need to call in right now, 1-800-552-8502. And Marvin, how long have you been writing?
I've been writing since I was 17. I'm 25 now. But I've only been doing spoken word for the last 5 years.
Well, you sound very professional. Very good stuff.
Thank you.
Have you been in Shreveport that 5 years, or?
Yes, I graduated from Magnet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good old Magnet.
Yes, good old Mustang. And yes.
Undefeated football team.
Yeah. Not gonna fall for that one.
Okay, sorry.
But yeah, I've been in Shreveport throughout that whole time. I started off, my career started off at Words of Lattes, and then it moved to Bonton's Coffee Bar, where I was granted the opportunity to learn the knowledge needed in order to take things into my own hands, and now have Notebook Assassins. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
Got something else for us?
I do. So for those of you that know, I'm a mental health advocate. I'm all about making sure that we are aware of the circles and, the actions in which we cause. And one of those for me is the relationship between my mother and myself. I grew up watching my mother love the way that she loved, and I mimicked that because she raised me. I did not understand or pay attention to the flaws in that. And when it came to the point of me having a child of my own, I was afraid that she will follow those same footsteps. So this poem is entitled Like Mother, Like Son, Like Daughter. My mother called me handsome today. I called her beautiful. Can tell that she needed to hear the poem, and that it's been a long time since she's heard the poetry in herself. She smiles like a crumbling secret. Pain under her tongue, whelps on her back, bruises on her shoulders. I can see the miles that she has traveled for others, and the footprints of her stretch marks. She's been carrying someone else's burden again. But of this we do not speak in this house. I've not been able to convince my mother that she cannot save the world, because in this house we do not mention of letting things go. You see, my mother she has a hard time moving on. Most days she is the hailstorm over her own body. She forgets others more than she forgets herself. Her heart is an airport with no security, but the temple where suicide bombers go for repentance, a bathroom stall, a memorial where self-love is sent to die. I have watched my mother put herself through hell and walk out with the fire burning in her stomach, and I do not know how she doesn't allow the flames to consume her. All that I know is for years I have watched my mother and I share the same addiction of living each day to die loving those that do not love us back. They say the first step to recovery is admitting it. But saying that I'm still in love doesn't make it hurt less, and I guess what I'm trying to say is that I'm just like my mother. We hold on to things for so long, we often squeeze the life out of ourselves. So when I say that someone took my breath away, I mean lately. I've been revisiting old relationships that I'm the only one in. Sleeping with my body on both sides of the mattress because I'm most comfortable when I'm giving half of myself to all of you. And I pray that my daughter never falls in love walking in her grandmother's heels. Hope that she can tell the difference between when someone says, I love you, and I don't love you anymore. That when he or she breaks her heart by letting go while she's still holding on, she has the strength to break the ties that comes with this. As her father, I am prepared to protect her by any means necessary. I'm a walking genocide seeping from its roots, a poplar tree waiting to hang its fruit. If you mess with my daughter, you should know that I don't have enough time in this life to put into a poem all the things in which I would do to you. But even with that being said, I can't stop her from getting her heart broken. Oh, that she too will forget the sound of the poetry inside of herself. She will swallow hell if it means to allow someone to never go through it alone. My daughter will come to me with a smile and her pain hiding under her tongue, and I will see this. Will tell her that she too is a part of the curse. Will hold her in my apology and let my I'm sorries fall from my eyes like a family heirloom and pray that she has the strength to break the ties that comes with this. My daughter will come to me, and I will pray that she has the strength to move on, to let go. She, my baby girl, my shining light, she's just like her father, and I am just like my mother. And I just hope that when she finally gives up on the relationship, that she doesn't give up on love like I did.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
You snap your fingers. I've got arthritis. I can't do that anymore. So
I think I've had a
somebody
church moment.
snap some fingers for me in there, would you? There you go. There you go. There you go.
Thank you.
Oh, thanks for doing that one.
Oh, yeah, that was beautiful.
And thank you, baby girl, for listening to that.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow. Call now, 1-800-552-8502. You're not going to... That was just...
Yeah, it's hard to segue into a pitch after that.
Yeah, I know. Oh,
Let's
man.
just let the music roll. Give us a call, folks, if you're enjoying this. And, Alan, what do you want to do next?
Well, I think I'd like to give Marvin one more chance to do one more piece, and then we'll do some a cappella stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
I would do this.
It's down there on the other
Thank
side
you.
of it. There you go.
I would
We are
do
lost without our cell phones now.
We
right?
are. Thanks for putting that out there. I appreciate that. I would do an excerpt from my book. The poem is entitled The Family Resemblance. And this poem is about the relationship between my oldest brother and I. Many times I wondered what it was that made my oldest brother and I so relatable. I only asked this question while ignoring the lack of distance between us at family funerals. Translation: death was the one thing that my brother and I knew too well. We had become accustomed to losing grip of all the things that we wanted to keep close to us, like our parents, like joy, like sanity. We speak to each other in Braille because we're afraid to see the truth that we hide in the back of our throats, like I'm hurting. Like, brother, I need you. Like, I'm not okay today. We've been taught to be careful with where we choose to wear our hearts on our sleeves, to have so much masculinity where people can see, because masculinity is a fragile thing. It is the ocean we drink to keep from drowning in the river. The Jack Daniels and the antidepressant masculinity is our father. A stubborn man who was raised the best he could with the best he had. The last time we heard him say, I love you, was a lot like the first, Unexpected and forced. The cancer seeping through the rest of him, as if our father needed anything more than his masculinity to make telling another man I love you hard, and we are our father's sons. We say I love you to one another without the apology for it being said out loud. We know we mean it, but we don't know how to mean emotions that we have been taught are not allowed. Almost a full year passed before I asked my brother how he was holding up after our father's funeral. And I can only imagine how lonely must feel when you're in it for that long. How quickly your mind turns into a dangerous situation you can't seem to find your way out of. And I often wondered, if my brother cried out loud, was I ever silent enough to hear him make a sound? If his cry for help was the thunderstorm that I decided to sleep through at night, how comfortable he must have gotten to being slept on this way. To being told that being a man should not come with expectations of compassion, brother. How many times did you tell yourself to man up and not cry over lost blood? Tell me, brother, where do you hang your masculinity when you go to take a shower? Do you wear it to bed when you go to rest? Have you rested lately? Do you count how many nights you have gone without sleep like you count sheets, or are there tear stains dancing in your sheets, or does your masculinity keep them from ever touching your cheeks? Giving yourself commands that you do not know the meaning of, brother, it's a lot like praying to a God that you do not believe in, and thinking it a miracle to wake up the next day still just as depressed as the day before. I won't let masculinity cost me, my brother. So every phone call will not end without an I love you. When we hug, I won't let you go until I see the sun shine over your shoulders. There will be days when your stars will burn out, but don't forget you have a brother who is a moon, that there is nowhere that you can go that I won't follow, not even a bathroom. So when you're sick, I will be there to wash your chest and your upper back and the rest of it. That's what you have a wife for. So, how about we begin, brother? Tell me, do you need a hug today?
Marvin, just Marvin.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Marvin. So, go ahead and it's 800-552-8502. Or go online to Shreveport, no, not ShreveportHouseConcerts.org.
RedRiverRadio.org. And
one moment. I'm sorry. One moment before Marvin goes. Is there anything? How do people reach you or find you online? That sort of stuff. I know there's a Facebook page.
Yes, the business Facebook page is Notebook Assassins. That's NOTEBOOK. Assassins, ASSASSINS. You can look me up on Facebook. You can find me on Facebook under my personal page at Just Marvin Poetry, which is JUSMARVIN Poetry.
Thank you for being with us, Marvin.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. And that was wonderful. Thank you, Marvin.
Yes, thank you, Marvin. Boy, good poetry, and
need to hear some phone calls around that, folks.
Yeah, we really do. 1-800-552-8502. Again, hard to follow such good poetry reading, but we're trying. 1-800-552-8502, and I believe we have some vocals coming up.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. Well, they might want to decide that, but, I heard some of the stuff that this couple has been putting together, and I immediately plopped down some money for them to go in the studio and I'm ready for them to finish.
Yeah, we need to work on that.
If your mom hadn't broken her hip, we'd have done it already.
Well, that's true.
Okay.
Yeah,
The starting is easy. The finishing is the hard part.
Yes. Hi, guys.
I've started a lot of marathons. I ain't finished one yet. So, I get 500 yards,
So this is Cookie Garner and her daughter, Alana Dyson, with some original material that they did.
And I'm also your daughter.
That's true.
He knows that.
Yeah, okay.
I think you figured that out.
Just in case anybody's like,
It's a family affair, okay?
all right.
This is called the Universe Song.
Oh, are we doing that first? I thought we had.
Oh, we're going to do that one first? Okay.
Well, I mean, this is what I'm doing.
That's good. This Town, it's called.
Okay.
You say you like to go to concerts in another town, so you can dress up in a tutu, acting like a cuckoo. But you can act like a cuckoo right here in this town. I have seen it done. I've been the one in this town. I've found you can build it up or you can tear it down. This town I've found you can live it up if you can live it down. Loneliness and freedom of anonymity, so you can go and see if there's someone new to be. You go away and put your roots down to build them up again. Seeds scattered on the wind. In this town I found you can build it up or you can tear it down. In this town I found you can live it up if you can live it down. In this town you see someone you know every time you turn around. So turn around. No one's waiting there to put you down. I found I like it right here in this town, with my roots down, but not earthbound. Watching the choices I have made as they start to grow into the life I've sowed. In this town I found you can build it up or you can tear it down. This town I found you can live it up if you'll just stick around in this town. Thank you.
Arigato.
The key
Arigato.
of whatever comes out.
So
The key of you.
that y'all have, I mean, how does it work? I mean, is this something that one of you just starts a thing and then it
Well, on that one, I was doing yoga.
oh,
When I got an image of Alana in her tutu at one of those
At
crazy
Bonnaroo,
at
yeah.
Bonnaroo.
oh,
And so
That
I
was
said,
fun.
okay. That's how that started. The next song was very much a cooperative effort. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some stuff maybe I started at Kerrville, a poem, but
I think we kind of started it.
yeah, for sure.
The next song is called the Universe Song.
now there's a lower harmony part when y'all do a thing. You mind if I
Don't mind it.
make a thing out of that?
Come on down.
Or I'll try anyway.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Now I got to try to get it in the right key. Okay. What do I believe about the universe?
Does it really matter if the egg came first?
Is it
Stretchy like spandex,
fictional
like the holodeck, contracting, expanding, just rubber banding. Who says it's one or the other?
I'm trying to find my place here in the universe. Is my existence a blessing or a curse? Is it helpful or harmful?
Armful, a child of a nebulous mind.
There's a black hole where my heart used to be, waiting for a distant light to reach, all alone and bound by gravity, wondering what's out there to see. I'm trying to find my neighbors in the universe. How will we communicate? How will we converse? Do they have mountains and oceans, feelings and emotions? Will they bring us new technology or sell us into slavery? Will they be strangers or brothers? Da 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 da. Da 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 da. There's a black hole where my heart used to be, waiting for a distant light to reach, all alone and bound by gravity, wondering what's out there. There's a black hole where my heart used to be, waiting for a distant light to reach, all alone and bound by gravity, yearning to explore new galaxies. What do I believe about the universe?
It's a big place.
That's for sure. Couldn't keep these things on.
Good music here on Red River Radio, and
You got too much hair.
Thanks, Bill.
wow.
Thank you.
Again, I don't know how to follow that. 1-800-552-8502. Just without fail, just call, just give out the number. 1-800-552-8502. Some good a cappella stuff there. And you need to support what you listen to. You're listening right now. Call 1-800-552-8502.
All right. And Alana, what would you like to go to next?
Well, I think
We need to get something to get some phone calls in here. So have Cookie and your daughter and everybody else start phoning all the house call concert folks.
I don't know where those folks are. They need to be calling in for sure.
All right.
Louisiana sits at the base of the Mississippi, lounging and eating and singing just like this. All the people here, they're proud and strong and happy, happy, happy most of the time. Just don't bring your hazardous M6 propellant down here, and we'll be just fine. We had Camille way on back in '69. Katrina nearly left us broke, but Boudreaux made things right with nothing but an old P-roll. But bless his heart, he can't fix no hole in the Gulf of Mexico. And we're waving from the rooftops, and we're waving from the oily sea.
keep a rising, they're gonna wash us all away. Well, our governors, they're real characters and mostly on the take. We had Huey and Earl and Eddie, and then Bobby, what a snake. He made the public education just about the worst in the whole dang USA. And trying to keep us dumb and working for the minimum wage. And we're bowed down to King Cotton. And we'll bow down to a BP. And we'll bow down to the big business. They're gonna drain the swamp and cut down all the trees. Cancer Alley, from Baton Rouge to New Orleans. We got a super fund set aside, supposed to make it clean. But 1 in 4, the charter calls for, but we know how to survive. 'Cause we know this tune, it's the Louisiana Jive. And we'll sing, you are my sunshine. And we'll sing the Basin Street Blues. And we'll sing goodnight, Irene. We'll see you in our dreams.
Wahoo! Good history lesson.
Well, thank you.
No propellant. Yeah. Was that the stuff they were blowing up over there?
Yeah, all that stuff they accumulated over there, and Minden.
Nothing like good air quality. I wish we had some. Give us a call, 800-552-8502. Wally, what do we got to say to them? Are you out there, folks?
Well, you can get into all the drawings that we're going to have for the rest of the drive. There's a $500. We just gave away a $250 gift card to Louisiana Boardwalk. Shaw Stokes won that, and so now Friday night at 7:00. There's going to be another drawing for a $500 gift card to Louisiana Boardwalk. And again, someone's going to win it. If you have not participated yet in this fund drive, you need to call now. 1-800-552-8502. That's the only way you can get entered into the next drawing and the Jefferson, Texas drawing as well. So call us now, 1-800-552-8502, and then we say just give a little bit of a donation to Red River Radio as well, because that's the only way you know that there's a drawing going on, is because you're listening and you're tuning in right now. So make the call, 1-800-552-8502, and if for those that complain, well, I wanted to win. Well, did you enter? No. Well, enter. Call now. 1-800-552-8502.
You can't win if you don't enter. You can't win a race if you don't get at the starting line. You can't fall in love if you don't go out and try. There's a whole lot of you can'ts out there. So right now we just need you to go to your phone and do 800-552-8502.
my car with the moon at my side. I'm not going too far, I'm just taking a ride with the moon at my side. I'm gonna stay out here where the air is so clear. I'm gonna stay, don't let this moment disappear. I'm gonna stay up in the atmosphere. I'm gonna stay just me and the moon and the blue, yeah. Yeah. Out here by the sea, where the still dark sky is meeting with the waves in motion, rolling up by and by, just me and the sky. I'm gonna stay out here where the air is so clear. Gonna stay, don't let this moment disappear. Gonna stay in the atmosphere. I'm gonna stay just me and the moon and the blue, yeah. Out here in the ocean, boating over the waves, yeah. I'm filling up with emotion over how life behaves, yeah. Just me and the waves, yeah. I'm gonna stay out here where the air is so clear. Stay, don't let this moment disappear. Stay in the atmosphere. I'm gonna stay just me and the moon and the blue, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's an old art school song.
Sounded like my morning wake-up ritual there at the end. Yeah, pretty much. Mostly just yawns and like, what the, Really? Seriously? I got to do this again? Give us a call, folks, 800-552-8502. Wake us up here tonight.
Call us, 1-800-552-8502. And a good wake-up call right now would be you calling in, 1-800-552-8502. And phone volunteers might be resting right now. And wake them up with a call, 1-800-552-8502.
There you go. Keep talking, Wally.
Well, again, you can also go online, redriverradio.org, but again, wake up the phone volunteers. Call us now, 1-800-552-8502. Not going to get this anywhere else, folks. And support what you listen to. Call us now.
All right.
car point tonight. Oh, child of so many brides, golden boy of the eagle, tried and true. What is it grieves you so? Oh, wayward child of so many rides, spilling across the years. What is it grieves you so, that you writhe and there is no helping? She had an unfettered heart. We both agreed. Chomping up memory like it was going out of style. Doorway to a sweet goodbye. Gateway to a drenched experience, like the song of a cracking star. Your mind now that your Mustang is gone, and what do we do to ease your mind now that your Mustang is gone? Now the night wets its hot throat on the sweet drink of the vine. What do we do to ease your mind now that your Mustang is gone? Which way does your car point tonight?
The Mustang song.
There you go.
That's what that was. David Love Lewis.
Mustang Alana. Forget the Sally.
Yeah, she can
Sally's
just go
old,
ride.
Sally's old hat.
Hey, if you're enjoying this live music tonight, you need to call 1-800-552-8502. Let Lana, let Alan, let Cookie, and let everybody else know that you're enjoying everything tonight, and whether it be the spoken word or this great music that you just heard. Call us now, 1-800-552-8502, and join in on the fun and get entered into the drawings and take home a great thank you item if your donation qualifies. It's all up to you what you can afford. Make the call now, 1-800-552-8502, or you can go online, redriverradio.org, but hey, we want to hear the phones ring. Call us now instead.
Yes. Take stock of all the programs that you do listen to. whether you're a news person, a music person, all around, whether you like jazz or classical, folk, blues, rock, alternative. We carry a little bit of all of it. You know, if you're a news junkie and you're on the HD3 a lot, then you know that we carry a quality resource of information there. Not just all news, but also information programming. And if you love music, you know that the main channel is rich with a wide variety. And of course, the HD2 is classical music 24 hours a day. But most importantly, just take stock of what those programs mean in your life, and then make that phone call, 800-552-8502, online to redriverradio.org. It is not that hard to do, folks. It's very, very easy to make your support known to Red River Radio, and it's not going to cost you an arm and a leg. We're asking for maybe $5 a month or $10 a month, just $30 a year or $35 a year, whatever you can afford. But mostly be involved, because, you know, nothing good in a community ever happens if people sit on their butts, you know. You got to get up and do something. The house concert folks know this. They've got all kinds of volunteers that put that together and bring it along and volunteer and support. And there's so many other things in this community that this is the way America works. We build each other's barns, by God, you know.
And it's tax deductible.
And, you know, we need more barn raisins in this country. We've been doing a lot of barn tearing downs, but we need some barn raisins in this country. So please help us out this afternoon or this evening.
And maybe it might be the fear of the unknown. Well, what's going to happen when I call? Well, what's going to happen when you call is we have a very nice phone volunteers waiting to take your call, and they will hold your hand, so to speak, walk you through the process, and it takes about maybe a minute and a half of your time, and you can just name, address, phone number, email address, and how do you want to pay for it, and if you use a charge card, well, your dollars start working right away for Red River Radio, and you can even split it up into installments, and they can help you do that as well. And then the very last thing, you have a voice. You can actually let the phone volunteers know, well, I really like this program, or I really don't like this program, and we take those comments into account when we possibly have to change programming. Make the call, 1-800-552-8502. You're not going to regret it.
And we do, you know, we've had to make adjustments in programming over the years. Sometimes we adjust up, we add programs because we have the funds coming in, basically. And sometimes we have to adjust down, and we've had to do that. That's all part of the business of public radio. But you know, as much as I'd like to say that this is a pie-in-the-sky kind of an organization, it's a business. We've got bills to pay. Electric alone just, you know, knock you over if you saw our electric bill per month for 5 transmitters. Think about that. 5 transmitters. The closest one is about an hour and a half away, other than the Gainesville one, or I mean the Shreveport one, which is about 35 minutes away. The farthest one away is about 3 hours. So if we got to get there and fix something, it's a huge expenditure of time and effort. But we do that. We do that because we want to keep this station going. But mostly we do that because we know you want to keep this station going, and we need to hear from you now. This is the crucial time. Prayers and thoughts are wonderful, but financial support is what makes public radio happen, like everything else in the world. You've got to kind of, you know, back it up with not just words, but with actions. So, and with that, Alan, where do you want to go next?
Well, it looks like David's got something, and after that we got Will James. I'd like to share.
I just want to take a minute to, before I introduce Will, or before Will introduces himself to all of us, to say that artists have always had a dilemma, and they've always dealt with the golden rule of the arts and sciences. Whoever has the gold makes the rules. Not long ago, in 1996, I graduated from this place over here, and I benefited from Dr. Lake and his lectures on Shakespeare, his lectures on King Lear, and I tried to
think about William Shakespeare, who walked to work every day across London Bridge. London Bridge was where they executed the criminals. A good executioner could take a man's heart out and show it to him while the man was still alive. Offal was thrown in the street. People would draw a blade on you for no reason at all. In other words, it was just another writer on his way to work. And we all have that. We all have that with us. This poem is called Lear's All. Not a new idea to talk about Shakey's unaccommodated man. Except, like Lear, we have accommodated everything but the heart. We move about like bottom feeders, waiting for crumbs of approval to fall. Back then they called it preferment. There was a ritual, a formal way to get a moth-eaten cloak, insignia, a cold chop, and a tankard on credit. Now, little committees dole out even littler favors, sometimes to their friends, sometimes in a flurry of impartiality. What's a cavalier to do except go on year after year, making a show of threadbare excellence? There are no excellencies, only a series of mediocre hoops to jump through for the entertainment of self-crowned gentry. If some king or queen poet should rise from the dead and sing of an empty belly and the overripe smells of the French market, it's safe to give them heartless praise. After all, the dead only require a few flowers on their grave and almost never ask for money. This money makes no distinctions, doesn't know why we need it, why we sell our time to shrews and blank towers, why we take a second shift in retail hell. Dreams are not among necessities. Excuse me just a second. Dreams are not among necessities. What we sell, what we pay for them, and pay dearly in little bits and pieces, in sickness on the installment plan. Dreams still shake us, leave us fearful and helpless, forked and naked on the howling plain, royal only in our minds, to rave in rain-wrecked and howling dark, and in our eyes the foxfire spark of a lost hope beams, with only a fool for company. Thank you. The next person that I would like to introduce you to is Will, and I can only say that his words fork the lightning.
Yeah, this is going to be Will James. He's a playwright, a director, and an actor. And all of you actors and playwrights and directors and movie people need to call in and make a pledge.
Make that call, 1-800-552-8502.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, there you go. 800-552-8502. We're trying to get Will situated in the right chair there. And we hope you'll call in right now. Wally, we did have an anonymous pledge. I can't read where that is from.
From Shreveport, actually. Right. And thank you so very much for the generous contribution. And more of you need to call 1-800-552-8502 or online. I believe this was an online donation, and so you can go online, redriverradio.org as well. Right. And that, again, We need to hear from you. Can't do this without you, folks. Call now.
All right. And Will James, you're in place, I presume?
Yes, sir, I am.
Cool. What do you want to do for us?
Well, I wrote a piece. It's actually a series of plays called The Ledbetter Heights Chronicles. Sort of semi-autobiographical, but it's going to be a short excerpt that I performed with the Shreveport Regional Arts Council at Critical Mass. Short piece from there. I know why you're laughing at me, but in this bottle, it's not alcohol. It's 100% pure water. The reason why I keep water with me is that my dad, my great-granddad, my daddy's great-granddad, wait, that would make him my great-grandfather? Yeah, okay. So my dad, he would actually keep a bottle of water with him because whenever it's the injury. You see, the VA says that I'm going to have a little lapse of concentration, but I think it's just taking in all this beauty in the world that's distracting. My daddy went away to the farm, and he went to the farm. It was maybe 2, maybe 3, 4 years. I'm not sure, but when he came back, I was really excited. Not because my daddy had came home. Of course I was excited, but I was excited because when he came home, my Uncle BB, my Uncle Eddie, they would get together and sing. So I was excited to hear them sing. And my dad, he would get himself together. And I remember him singing this song about the farm. And I never knew what it meant until... I'm sorry. So my dad, he went ahead and he pulled the bottle out of water and he would sing, oh, wait, I need to take a swig. One moment. Too high. One moment. Berta, Berta, oh Lord, oh Lord, Berta, Berta, oh Lord, gal, well now. Oh Lord, Berta, Berta, oh Lord, gal, well now. Go ahead and marry, don't you? Wait on me, well now. Go ahead and marry, don't you? Wait on me, oh, I might not want you when I go free, well now. Might not want you when I go free, well now. Oh Lord, Berta, Berta, oh Lord, gal, well now. Oh Lord, Berta, Berta, oh Lord, gal, well now. Berta in Meridian and she's living at ease, oh, Berta in Meridian and she's living at ease, oh, I'm at Angola, got to work or leave, oh, I'm old on parchment, got to work or leave, oh, oh Lord, Berta, Berta, oh Lord, gal, well now, oh Lord, Berta, Berta, oh Lord, gal, well now. And that is just an excerpt from Ledbetter Heights Blues.
That is awesome.
Oh.
That is really a song from your parents.
Yeah, my dad. My dad, he was a professional musician in the area, and with that, I actually learned a lot from him. He could play piano, he could play B-flat clarinet, he could play trombone, he played whatever a band was in town and needed someone to fill in for. He specialized in a lot of different instruments, and I actually remember him, and I call him Paw Paw, but it was actually B.B. King, and then my Uncle Eddie was Eddie Giles, who recently passed.
Wow.
So I actually remember them jamming out to that song together, and I never got like the real meaning of that song until I did my research and talked with Mom and my auntie and a couple of other key people in the area, and it was just once I realized what they were singing that song for, which actually referred to Angola State Penitentiary and Mississippi State Penitentiary, the Parchment Farm, as far as songs that were sung while people were working in, different fields or doing, breaking big rocks into little rocks into tiny rocks in the sand, and starting the whole process over again. So
that's hard times.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is part of a play that you've already written?
Oh, yes, sir. It was a 3-part series, but I'm actually working on the 4th part because, as all great creators do, I went into a little block on the 3rd play. And my writer's block hit me for like 4 or 5 months. And then once I finally had this epiphany, I couldn't stop writing. So I had to make the 4th play in the series called Ledbetter Heights Chronicles. That particular excerpt is from the 4th play called Bottom Boy Blues, which actually refers to the history of downtown Shreveport, which was known originally as St. Paul's Bottoms, which is where the term the Bottoms came from. It's known as Ledbetter Heights, with a great artist, in case some people aren't familiar with the name, Huddy Ledbelly. One of the few people that could dexterously play a 12-string guitar. And so that's where this play comes from, is, regarding a certain PTSD experienced veteran who's dealing with, his mental health rehabilitation combined with homelessness. And then also he's watching certain points of history that he grew up with disappear before his eyes.
Golly. Mm-hmm. Well, that is a perfect segue to a song that I wrote. But do you have a place that you're fixing to put the plays on?
Actually, yes. I'm directing a version of Yellow Man, written by Dial Orlander Smith at the Shreveport Regional Arts Council Engine Room. And that'll be from June 28th through June 29th at 7 p.m. at the Arts Council Engine Room. The following weekend, which will be the weekend after July the 4th, I'll actually be performing an exhibit for the 4th play, Bottom Boy Blues, at Mini City.
Nice.
Yeah,
we love Mini City.
Very much so. David is a true gem to the area.
Right.
And with that, at no cost for that particular show, I'll have an exhibit where I'll be working more on the play, but I'll be performing different excerpts. And the name of that exhibition will actually be Inside the Inner Circle, and it gives people an inside look at me while I'm creating, the final parts for Bottom Boy Blues.
Man, so this area is rich with artistic talent. I mean, it's always been just oozing out of the place, and I'm so glad that we have an opportunity to share people like Will James and Marvin with your audience, and really would like to see y'all putting some money into this radio station that we need so desperately here in this area. If you guys don't mind, I would like to follow what he just said with a song that I wrote all by myself.
I'm sitting on the banks of the red, red river. I'm watching the time flow by. Here on the banks of the red, red river, here's where we say goodbye. And the flood every spring over Broadmoor got us praying the cotton stays dry. And we listen to the blues from over across town, drifting down from Blue Goose Hill, where Hudie played and Jesse played, and Elvis, he rode the hayride straight out of here. Goodbye. And the river is clogged with casinos. They're vying for your very last dime. Yeah, they're flanking the bridge right there at Texas Street, where, praise the Lord, Hank saw the light from the Bossier Strip to St. Paul's Bottoms and the brothel of Annie McCune, and the broken tombstones laying there in Oakland. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Alan Dyson in our studio tonight, along with a whole cast of great artists. We need to hear from you tonight at 800-552-8502 or online at redriverradio.org. We've got Alan Dyson on the piano, guitar, and vocals, David Love Lewis and Marvin as poets, and playwright Will James. We also have Cookie Garner and Alana Dyson as vocalist, and bassist Jerry Mathews in there as well. And we're asking you to call in your support around all of this music tonight at 800-552-8502. We have just a short time left in our show tonight, and we need to hear some more phone calls, folks. So if you've been mesmerized all night long, please, have somebody snap you out of it. Okay, we need snappers in there, but they can't hear me. So anyways, there, everybody snap. So there we go. We need to snap you out of it and get you in here to make that donation tonight, 800-552-8502. You're going to get entered into a whole lot of drawings. You're going to have a lot of fun, and you will know that the stuff on public radio that you really love will continue on because you are a supporter. And with that, Wale, what you got?
Actually, just not very much words of wisdom, because everything that was spoken already was very wise and succinct. But with that in mind, you still need to call in 1-800-552-8502. As they say in radio and TV, the show never ends, which means you still need to support all the programming on Red River Radio. My show, Evening Jazz, coming up, and then classical music overnight. But we need to hear from you to support all this. We can't continue to bring you programming like this unless you support financially what you listen to. Call now, 1-800-552-8502.
All right, Alan, what you want to do?
Well, I'm looking at David again. What are you doing, David?
Oh, I was just thinking about them there beatniks.
The what?
Them there beatniks. You know, them ones that came for them hippies.
Oh, yeah.
Them beatniks. The reason they snapped their fingers like that was because if you snap your fingers, it's free. If you clap and applaud, it's a cabaret, and you have to pay a cabaret license.
What?
That sounds like a city council kind of a move there.
Mr. Allen,
Yes, sir.
are we ready for together from coincidence?
All right.
All right.
Give me just a second.
All right. Go while we talk.
Okay.
I'm ready now. I'm like ready now.
This here poem comes from a famous thing that Bobby Dylan said. Take what you've gathered from coincidence. Work part-time in the Knoll stacks to help with graduate school, leaning on metal shelves, recalling firsts and lasts, proofreading the Marshall News Messenger, creating derelicts awash with Sir Michael, $25 first prize for movie snacks for Hamlet in Heaven, my voice stuttering to life at the Loft, showing off for Everett at the Maple Leaf. Somebody's grandmother exploded, primo reading with George Burton III. All the while, the list of those not present grows. Doris Lewis, Michael Lynn, Jim Lipscomb, Wayne Lewis, Carlos Colon, Everett Maddox, Donna Service, Donna Moore, George Burton III, Fran King, Randy Bynum, Tommy Johnson Jr., all cloud hidden, whereabouts unknown, individually and collectively our great and dear departed. Now and next beckon, hopefully.
It's hard to get away sometimes, hard to find the time to dream. Just a shuffle of the cards, one more hand before I go. Faces in a smoky room, fading in the afternoon. Now you're still sitting next to me. Once you were warm as a noonday sun, tuned into my every move. We make a truce, based on necessity, and grin, bury our dead, and lick our wounds. where we grin, bury our dead, and lick our wounds. We lick our wounds.
Gathered from coincidence and lick our wounds.
There you go. 800-552-8502, folks. You know, we've had a great night of some great art tonight, and we'd just like to hear from more of you. Not sure what else there is to say, folks. This becomes dire at some points during a drive, and, you know, we have to speak honestly. You know, there's just only so much that we can do to keep this station on the air. We have to have you. 800-552-8502. Go online now to redriverradio.org and make your pledge now. And with that, Alan, what would you like to close out with tonight?
I think we got one more song we can do.
All right.
It's going to be a loud, noisy one.
All right. I'll get my loud, noisy filters out here, so there you go. You on guitar or piano?
You're going to be on piano.
All right.
I love this piano.
From the hardcore tragedy blues of our lives, from the hardcore tragedy blues of our lives, we make the bitter chocolate of our demands. We grind and shovel it in. By my eyes and my mind, I'm alive. By my eyes and my mind, I'm alive. My heart beats for her. Oh, and no other one. No second Helen was ever worth more gold, nor had more dubious work done in her name. Impossible, her face. Impossible, her smile. Impossible, her love. In its floodgate hour. Return, return, lightning strikes. Return, return, lightning strikes. Rose of red dawn. Oh, the skies devour.
reckoned heaven was ever worth more gold. No, 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 had more dubious work done in her name. Impossible, her face. Impossible, her smile. Impossible, her love. In its floodgate hour. Ooh, ooh,
All right. Alan Dyson in our studio tonight, and that was Jerry Mathews on bass behind that. Alan on piano and vocals and guitar tonight. And he brought in with him David Love Lewis and Marvin poets, and playwright Will James, along with vocalist Cookie Garner and Alana Dyson. Thank you very much, everybody, for a wonderful evening of music and poetry and spoken word. And we really appreciate it. And with that, we are going to say adieu for the evening. Wally, take it away. You've got some jazz lined up here tonight.
I certainly do, indeed. And but first of all, I want to say thanks to everybody that was here live in the performance studio tonight. And this is going to be a tough act to follow, but I'm going to try. And you are listening to the voice of the community, Red River Radio, a public radio service of LSUS. This is KDAQ, Shreveport, Bossier City at 89.9 FM. KOSA, Alexandria, Pineville at 90.7. KBSA, El Dorado, Camden, Magnolia at 90.9. KLDN, Lufkin, Nacogdoches at 88.9. And KTYK, Overton, Tyler, Kilgore at 100.7 FM. And also online, redriverradio.org, which is where now through the overnight you can go there to support Red River Radio. And again, that web address, www.redriverradio, all one word, .org. And with that, I'm going to get into some contemporary jazz, and we open with 480 East.